Well, hello and welcome to your Libra Full Moon Release and Let Go Astrology Report and Guided Meditation for April 16th of 2022. I am Susan Saucier, your spiritual life coach. I'm here to help you embrace your authentic self and offer some guidance that will help you navigate the energy of this full moon. Now, before I get into your forecast, just a really quick reminder that my new 4-week course, Step Into Your Magnificence and Take Back Your Power, is starting in May of 2022. And this is part of my Step Into Your Magnificence series. So there's going to be 4 different courses that are available. And I will be putting more dates through the summer where you can sign up for. I'll put the link below. And if you'd also be interested in discovering your own unique energetic blueprint, I am offering one-on-one sessions at this time. So what exactly is an energetic blueprint? Well, your energetic blueprint is a combination of your astrological sun, moon, and rising sign, along with your numerology, life path number, destiny number, personality number, soul desire number, and any karmic debts or lessons that you may have. Now, this unique energetic blueprint is specific to you, and it's all about helping you understand many aspects of yourself and the lessons you're here to learn. And I will put the link below if you are interested. And as a reminder, this full moon release is for everyone, whether you are a Libra or not. You have Libra somewhere in your chart. All 12 zodiac signs are present in your birth chart. Everyone's birth chart is complete with every sign, element, and modality, which means in some areas of your life you possess these qualities. A birth chart is made up of 12 astrological houses as well. So even though Libra may not be your sun, moon, or rising sign, it is somewhere in your birth chart in one of those 12 houses. And this full moon in Libra will then be playing a significant role in whatever house it falls in for you. Now, full moons, again, they're about completions, endings, closures, releasing, and letting go. It's like a spotlight is being put on everything you need to look at in your life. Emotions can be intense as they come up to the surface. So just be aware of that as this full moon is starting to take place in the next few days. Now, before I talk about the full moon, I want to talk about an extremely important event that arrives before the full moon takes place, which is when Jupiter, known as the planet of expansion, unites with Neptune, known as the planet of deep spirituality and creative imagination. It's an extremely powerful energy as both of these planets rule Pisces. And this has not taken place since 1856. So that's a long, long time. And it opens up for us. We're getting to experience that on, I believe it's April 12th. And you're going to feel it moving forward as well. But this opens up the possibility of new spiritual movements, leaders, like the new age industry just becomes a greater focus. People are going to be more open to self-help, natural healing modalities, self-empowerment, self-awareness. You'll see a bigger focus on the subconscious mind, the power it holds within all of us, heightened intuition, synchronicities, and just a really deep spiritual time for all of us. So the next few weeks in April, along with the full moon, it's going to be a great time for manifesting everything that you want in your life. And you're having the support from the universe to release what you no longer need in your life or want in your life. So take advantage of this amazing time and energy alignment. Put aside some time, like really take advantage of it. Set your alarm clock if you have to on your phone and just say, I'm going to give myself 10 minutes. I'm going to sit in quiet, reflect on what you want in your life going forward. Ask for assistance in releasing what you don't want and use the power of this time to really visualize and feel what you do want going forward and have faith that you are creating your dreams. because you really are the creator of your reality. So be grateful also for what you do have currently in your life, because when you're grateful, it is one of the most powerful tools because it opens up even more doors to bring in more things for you to be grateful for. So let's now go into the forecast and talk about the full moon in Libra that's taking place on April 16th. And let's look at the positive aspects of Libra so that you can experience, some of these yourself or from others around you. Either way, it's good to know what you're dealing with. So the positive aspects of Libra are they can be very diplomatic. They're natural peacemakers. They're experts at being tactful and really trying to keep the peace and balance everything in a relationship. They can be very fair. They have a strong sense of justice, idealistic. They love to socialize. They're creative, intelligent, great sense of humor, can be very charming and romantic and non-confrontational. They just want to keep the peace. And some of the negative aspects are they can be very indecisive. And that can definitely be a challenge for most Libras because they see both sides of every story, even when they're dealing with their own life and trying to make a decision. They can be unreliable at times. They can even be looked at as lazy. They can get lost in self-pity. They can get lost in vanity and care too much about how they look all the time. And they can be manipulative in some instances. So, just understand that I talk about the positive and negative aspects so that you can have a better idea of how to tap into the positive ones and to also be aware of the negative ones. Now, those of you who are Libra sun, moon, or rising, you'll feel the intensity of this full moon more than those of you who have Libra in a lesser aspect in your chart. But if you look at what house Libra falls in your birth chart, you'll be able to see what it is you'll be working on during this time. You may also feel tension is more present the closer you get to the full moon and a few days after as well, because it is pushing everything up to the surface so that you can evaluate it, discard it, make decisions upon it, and even cut cords with people and others if needed. Speaking of cutting cords, I do have a guided meditation for cutting cords with those in your life when you feel you need another step and it's, you still feel stuck in their energy. If you need help with closure and cutting cords, I will put that link below as well. The full moon in Libra is also offering you a much needed deep breath after experiencing the fire energy and push and pull of the Aries new moon. So remember, balance and harmony are going to be very important during this phase. Libras do rule over relationships and partnerships, how we connect with others, how we connect with ourselves. So all of this is going to be in the spotlight. You may have already experienced many instances where other people in your life during this time, maybe this past week, are needing your attention, or you're needing to help them in some other situation, or you may even be needing help from them. It's coming up because you're learning to work together, to compromise, to find a balance between your needs and their needs. That's going to be at the forefront. But you're also learning, can you even work together? Is this a time where you need to part ways? So if you're feeling some tension and stress, know that this is often a result of the things and situations in your life that have been imbalanced for way too long. Therefore, you will want to use the energy and the support that this Libra full moon is bringing you to really take the time to evaluate your relationships. Don't ignore what might be coming up for you. Don't say, I'll deal with it later, or be the type of person that just puts it on the back shelf and ignores it, because it'll just keep coming back up in your life. So during this time, again, remember, you're being supported to evaluate it, to look at it, to make the changes. So you have to understand and look in your life where relationships, and this can even be friends, it can be family members, it can be siblings, it can be children, it can be where you work and your boss or your coworkers. Wherever it is, pay attention to where you're feeling supported by these people and where you feel they're draining you. That's going to be really important. You want to take the time this month also to be observant and to be willing to take ownership where you are also playing a role that you are frustrated with others, and when other people in your life are acting that way. Sometimes, people in our lives can be like mirrors reflecting back to us what it is we need to work on. It's not always easy to say, wow, I really could have done something differently. So instead of blaming someone else, you also want to take the time to look at yourself and say, okay, maybe this person is acting really horrible, but what can I be doing differently? Maybe you need to set a boundary. Maybe you need to get out of the relationship, or maybe you need to do some work where you need to compromise to respect what the other person's looking for, or take back your respect if they are not budging. So there's a lot with relationships again. And of course, I've mentioned this before, that we are in a universal 6-year, numerology-wise. So that's the whole year. It's going to be about relationships and how we, understand where we need to set boundaries and what we need from others, what they need from us, the pull and push and pull of all of that. Family especially, learning patience and understanding and non-judgment. That's going to be a big theme throughout this year of 2022. So now with this Libra full moon, it's really saying, okay, before we step further into the year, we're going to look at relationships and where we can start making some adjustments. So you also want to honor yourself. It's important you do that, and think of it as how you would honor a friend, like the way you treat others that you love and care about. You need to do the same for yourself. So you want to plan for a balance between giving and receiving. So when you overgive, you are throwing yourself out of balance, your whole energy. And when you don't give and you just allow others to do for you, then you're also out of balance. So what areas of your life are you overgiving? What areas of your life are you receiving and not giving back? What can you do to bring balance to these situations? And another question I want to ask you is, do you have a difficult time accepting compliments? Compliments are a form of receiving. So some of you may have trouble receiving, and if someone compliments you, you might just make it so much smaller and try to ignore it, or quickly offer them a compliment back, or make an excuse of why they gave the compliment. I'll give an example. If someone says, oh my gosh, I love that, outfit you're wearing, and you can say, oh, I just got it at this bargain basement. I mean, you're diminishing it, and there's no need to do that. That's just showing you are a person who's probably an overgiver, but you also are learning how to receive. So the best way to do that is to just, even if it's really tough the first time, say just thank you, thank you. And, don't dismiss it. Just appreciate the person who's giving you this compliment. And it helps balance the energy in your field when you have been an overgiver and you're not good at receiving. So it's going to be a time where you are definitely working on that. Also, this is a time, of course, as I mentioned, compromise and equality in any relationship is going to be at the forefront. So notice where you can compromise, or if you're over-compromising, because this gives you the opportunity to speak up and bring that balance and that harmony that you're desiring into your relationship. If the other person is not honoring you or respecting you, this need for compromise or balance, then you may be needing to rethink how this relationship is serving you and why you are still remaining in this relationship if it's one-sided. So this has been a really fast-moving period, and we will continue to enjoy a clear sky with no retrogrades for a few more weeks until April 29th. So make the most of this time and the freedom, because no retrogrades means the gates are like wide open. So go, take action, seize the day, seize the moment, manifest your deepest desires. Don't miss this optimal time to create. Since this full moon is in Libra, it is offering you the power to be creative, use your imagination, and be creative in your relationships. You know, what can you do? Maybe you want to do something very romantic. You know, you may experience a time, you know, in your relationships also where healing takes place because you're willing to, you know, meet halfway, or the other person finally is. But it also can be a time where you break apart. But know that what is happening either way, it's for your highest good and the highest good of everyone involved. Often the people that have come into your life have come into your life to experience learning lessons from you, and they offer you lessons in return. The lessons may be over at this time, and it may be time for them to leave and move on. And while that can be difficult, the lesson has been learned, and it's just like you're at the end of college and you're graduating, and it's time to process that and move on, because the relationship is no longer something that is needed in your life. So just understand that as well. But also, if the relationship still is in the process of lessons, then you want to focus on what's coming up at this time so you can understand it better and work on it. So what direction are you heading in that makes you feel happy? What about your relationships? What part of the relationships make you feel happy? What things and people in your life continue to make you feel stuck or frustrated? And what can you do differently going forward to harness the power within you to bring about balance and harmony in your life? Remember to take care of you. If needed, you step away from drama, take a walk in nature, get some fresh air and a new perspective on the situation. It's also a great time to treat yourself to a nice, relaxing massage or something that brings you peace and balance. Reiki or balancing your chakras. It's a great time for all of that. And because Libra is an air sign, they can get stuck with overthinking. So it's going to be really important in your relationships not to get in your head and start overthinking everything or overanalyzing everything. Bring it back down in your heart. Your heart is not going to steer you wrong. Don't let your mind talk your heart into something that it really knows is not best for you. Another thing I want to mention is Mercury is going to be entering its pre-shadow phase around April 26th. So I'm telling you this so you can be prepared for life to get a little more intense, where things can start to fall through the cracks again, and miscommunication can cause all kinds of misunderstandings. Mercury will be in Gemini, so that makes this miscommunication even more intense. Another air sign, another in the head, another overthinking. Also big communication. And since Gemini is a twin, you know, there's two sides to every story, and there's also two parts that you might experience from other people, you know. So be aware of when they are being super nice to get something, manipulative, and when they are genuine. All right, a good idea would be to watch what's happening in your life during the pre-shadow phase. Again, that's about April 26th. Noticing what's going on, because it will be an indication of what you will more than likely experience and work on during the retrograde in May, about May 10th to June 3rd of 2022. And after the post-shadow phase around June 18th is when you will have the opportunity to then make adjustments and changes where needed. So instead of having any fear or, you know, thinking it's a tough time in this retrograde, it's just a time to reflect and review whatever's coming up. So instead of getting lost in complaining about it or feeling threatened by this retrograde, just embrace it and Deal with whatever certain situations come up. Take a moment, step back, and remind yourself you're just in the review phase, and that's a blessing so that you can make changes. So where do you need to make adjustments? And I want you to also tap into the energy of justice and truth as you make these decisions, so you can bring your life into more balance as you go forward. Make sure you're taking time to rest, reflect, and breathe deeply. And remember to pay attention to what you're feeling this phase as opposed to what you're thinking. They both go together, but you know, and I know, when we get in our heads and we get lost in overthinking and overanalyzing, take that slow, deep breath, bring it back down into your heart, and you will find more answers there. Now, as the month comes to a close, we're going back into eclipse season also. So this is a time when things in your life can quickly shift and change all around you. Often this energy makes people feel more tense and is if something feels off. Do you ever wake up when you're just like, I can't explain it, just something just feels off all around me? Well, that's going to be eclipse season. Pay attention also to any synchronicities, surprises, opportunities, things that just show up out of nowhere. This can come out of the blue and really shake up your world a bit. So solar eclipses are a time of new beginnings, starting a new chapter in your life, exciting news and opportunities. And more times than not, they are good news as opposed to the heavier news that can be more likely in the lunar eclipses. And this solar eclipse is in Taurus, so that is encouraging you to really look at what your long-term plan is so that you can plan ahead and create the results you're desiring. Take the time to reflect on as far back as April of 2014. And you might not be able to go to April, but at least to 2014. And you may see some certain situations in your life at that time. Similar situations will be resurfacing in your life again during this eclipse season. So in closing, use the powerful energy of this Libra full moon to find the balance and harmony in your life. Take action where needed to create this wonderful balance and harmony that's needed for everyone. And take it upon yourself to be willing to own where you can make the adjustments on your end. Use this awesome energy to manifest at this time, especially around April 12th and over the next few weeks, because it's really available to you. And it's going to slow down once the pre-shadow phase of Mercury retrograde shows up at the end of the month. Also be aware of the solar eclipse at the end of the month as well. And again, so much energy in April. Use it to your advantage. Don't put things off till later. And know that even when you think you have things lined up a certain way, it is going to be important to be open-minded, because you never know with eclipses when surprises will come up and make changes. Remember, your angels, guides, and spirit team are right by your side, supporting you every step of the way, even if you feel alone. You are truly never alone. Tap into the depth of your soul and discover your magnificence, because your spirit team is right there cheering you on. Know that you are more than your pain, more than your scars, and more than your fear, because you are amazing. If you're new to this channel, thank you so much for listening. I hope you will join me every few weeks by hitting the subscribe button, notification bell, and introduce yourself in the comment section. I love to hear from all of you. And if you found this helpful, please remember to share it with others. To my current subscribers, as always, so much love and gratitude to all of you. I am super grateful to spend time with you every few weeks, reviewing the full moon and the new moon. Thank you so much for listening, and I love reading your comments. Please continue to like and share. Now, if you're interested in preparing your space for the full moon, I have put the link below for your convenience. And if you're ready to enjoy your full moon guided meditation, well, find a comfortable place and let's begin. Begin by closing your eyes and setting your intention, connecting with the energy of the full moon, and letting the full moon know you are grateful for the lighted path that is before you, which is helping you to clearly see what adjustments need to be made and what you are ready to release. Now take a nice, slow, deep breath in through your nose and release through your mouth. Once again, breathing in through your nose, new fresh clarity, and releasing through your mouth the old stagnant energy that no longer serves you. Let us join together in love, peace, and harmony as we gather together, embarking on this journey and connecting with the full moon as we prepare to cleanse and release what no longer serves us. We ask to be embraced in the highest vibration of pure divine love, pure healing light, surrounding us with safety and protection always. And we ask Archangel Michael from the south, bringing in the element of fire, to join us on this journey as we burn and release what no longer serves us. We ask Archangel Raphael from the east, offering us the element of air, to bring healing as we reclaim our power and let go of blocks and limiting beliefs. And we ask Archangel Uriel from the north, bringing in the element of earth, to give us a solid foundation upon which to build our dreams, providing us with stability and balance in our lives. And we call upon Archangel Gabriel from the west, bringing in the element of water, to shower down upon us pure cleansing, white light, clearing away old wounds and washing away past issues that hold us back, and supporting us as we sit with our emotions, aligning with our true authentic self. As we gather under this beautiful full moon, we also invite our spirit team, guides, angels, and helpers to be by our side as we embrace the opportunity this full moon is offering us. Now recognize that this full moon is symbolizing the end of a chapter in your life, shedding light upon the things and situations and behaviors that need your attention so that you can let them go. This is a healing process of purging and releasing and letting go. Please remember to drink plenty of water when your session is complete. This full moon is also illuminating the things and people in your life that may be interfering with your spiritual growth and enlightenment. So right now, give yourself permission to be open to the light of the full moon and the messages that are being presented to you. Know that this is a great opportunity where you purge and release whatever you do not wish to take with you into your future. As you take in another cleansing breath through your nose, releasing the stagnant energy through your mouth, begin to feel your body relaxing even more deeply into a peaceful state, knowing that this is your time to heal, your time to purge, your time to release and let go of any stress, anxiety, and worries. Begin to feel them simply lift up off of your shoulders, out of your mind, drifting up and away from you, drifting up further and further away from you into nothingness. Know that you are safe and secure, and your spirit team is surrounding you with loving, healing light. Now begin to see in your mind a beautiful path unfolding before you. The full moon above is shining its bright, illuminating light, and you can clearly see the path before you. Notice that this path is specifically just for you and you alone, and it is created by your spirit team to bring you the safety, the love, and the healing that is needed as you release and purge. As you walk slowly along this beautiful path, begin to notice a gentle breeze caressing your face. You can smell the scent of beautiful flowers, and you can see all the stars lighting up the sky, surrounding the bright full moon. You notice tall trees on either side of you as you walk along the path, feeling the velvety grass so soft beneath your feet. And as you come to the end of this path, you suddenly find yourself in a large, magnificent meadow. The full moon is shining, guiding you to a soft, large blanket awaiting your arrival. And as you sit or lie on this blanket, you find yourself looking up at the full moon and all the bright stars, feeling at peace, knowing that this is a powerful moment where you are here to heal and cleanse and rejuvenate your physical body, emotional body, mental body, spiritual body, and energy field. Taking in a nice, slow, deep breath, releasing and letting go. You are now ready to proceed with releasing everything on your list, stating out loud or in your mind, I am now releasing everything on my list. This is my intention. I am ready to let go of what no longer serves me. I am washing away the fears of yesterday. I now release myself from any obstacles that are in my path. I now choose to forgive, knowing that I am setting myself free by doing so. I am now free from all these things, situations, and people that no longer serve me. This is my intention, and I am choosing to let this go. And it is so. Now allow yourself to bask in this loving energy of the full moon as it vibrates healing energy onto you, assisting you in letting go and releasing, guiding you and helping you purge and wash away all painful memories, washing away and soothing heartache, releasing and dissolving physical pain, helping you let go of anger and grief, dissolving guilt and shame, and removing any limiting beliefs and blocks that have kept you stuck. Know that while you have endured many challenges, they have allowed you to gain so much wisdom and insight in the process. Understanding that choosing to hold on to memories and negative situations and people that weigh you down will continue to keep you stuck. Set yourself free. It's time. You are ready to move forward and release any negative, heavy energy right now. Say these words in your mind or out loud. My heart's desire is to be filled with love, happiness, peace, excellent health, prosperity, and abundance. And at this time, it is my intention, and I am choosing to heal every part of my body and my mind as I embrace this love and healing energy from this beautiful, vibrant full moon. Now begin to see in your mind everything you have written on your list. Notice that it is no longer bright and colorful. Notice that it has now become smaller and smaller, and you can barely see the words that you have written down. The list filled with everything you wish to release has now begun to move further and further away from you. Further and further away, no longer having any power or control over you. And as you look out into the distance, you can see this tiny speckle, smaller and smaller, until you no longer see it at all. It is gone. It is done. It is over. It is released and dissolved. You are free. You are now ready to embrace new positive beginnings that will empower you and fill you with joy and love. Place your hands over your heart. This signifies that you are cleansing the old and opening up space for a healing to take place in all areas of your life. Know that as you bask under the beautiful, vibrant, healing light of the full moon, you are also choosing to make any necessary changes that are needed in order for you to move forward on your path. Say these words out loud or in your mind. I am choosing to love myself. I am choosing to honor myself. I now give thanks and gratitude to the full moon, to the universe, and my Creator. I now give thanks and gratitude to my spirit team, angels, and guides for being with me on this healing and nourishing, rejuvenating journey. I am so grateful for this cleansing and release, and I now have room and welcome in beautiful new beginnings that are manifesting in my life, and it is so. Thank you. Thank you. Now find yourself leaving the beautiful meadow, walking down the beautiful path, and finding yourself back into the present moment, knowing that you have released and you have cleansed and you have let go of what is no longer needed in your future. When you are ready, you can either continue to drift off into a wonderful deep sleep, or open your eyes and enjoy the rest of your day. At this time, I would like to thank each and every one of you. You all are extremely special to me, and I'm grateful that you have joined us to become part of this wonderful family. I wish you the best going forward, and I look forward to talking with you again